Ethan must have been thrown for a loop when you turned down his proposal.
He thought I was joking, Sheridan.
Well, I would have too, Gwen. You've been dying for him to ask you for such a long time.
No.
And you still didn't leap at the chance to become engaged.
Maybe I did make a mistake, but I just couldn't say yes. Not feeling the way I felt.
Well, how did you feel? I mean, you love him with all your heart. I know you do.
Of course I do, Sheridan, but I don't want him to propose to me because our families want it, or because you told him to.
Oh, I only said that if he really loved you, he should put a ring on your finger before you got away. He does love you, Gwen.
And I believe that he does. But does his heart leap when I walk into a room? Does he feel lost when I'm not with him? Does he miss me every moment I'm not around? That's what I want, Sheridan. When a man asks me to marry him, that's how I want him to feel.
What woman doesn't want that?
Am I wishing for the impossible?
I don't know. I guess some men find it hard to love too much. They're more vulnerable than we think. Afraid of getting hurt, I suppose. Or they find it very easy to say the words and they never mean them.
Oh, I feel terrible even talking to you about this after what you've been through with Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc is a faithless bastard. He's history. What's more important now is for you and Ethan to be together and to be happy. You two have been in love forever. You should tell him that you've changed your mind and that you want to marry him.
He knows I want to marry him, Sheridan, believe me. But I want him to propose to me because he really wants me, not just because it's expected of him.
Well, my nephew's not stupid. He'll propose again. And I'm looking forward to being the bridesmaid of my good friend's wedding. Seeing as it's the only wedding the Cranes will have for a long, long time.
The guard said I could have a private talk with my friend.
No problem.
Still don't understand how our dear sweet Pilar could have such a hard nose for a son.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Pilar's been the Crane's housekeeper for years and years. She must like the family. Yet her son obviously hates all of you. Why?
Oh, forget about him. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes, your wedding. Well, as much as I want happiness between you and Ethan, I also have an ulterior motive for wanting you to get married.
Which is?
The merger of our families will keep them happy. They won't be expecting me to marry anytime soon.
But you will, when you meet the right man.
Oh, the right man. He doesn't exist. At least not for me.
Oh, well, of course he does.
I don't know. I suppose if I could meet someone that didn't love me just for my money, then maybe I'd consider getting married. You're so lucky to have Ethan. He loves you for you.
I know. Now that you're finally home with your family, you'll find someone just as wonderful as Ethan. He's out there, and you deserve it.
Well, don't you worry about me. You just concentrate on getting Ethan to put that ring on your finger.
I think it was a mistake, don't you, my not accepting Ethan's proposal?
Gwen, you know that all my relationships have ended in disaster. So I'm not the one to give advice. But if you want my opinion, you should have said yes.
You're right, I blew it. I should have put his ring on my finger and never taken it off.
I'm sure you'll get another chance. Trust me, Ethan has never even considered the possibility of another woman.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know Ethan better than anyone. I know what's in his heart. You don't doubt him, do you?
Well, no, but sometimes I get the feeling that he's just with me because I'm here, just a habit.
Believe me, if Ethan didn't want to be with you, he wouldn't. You've never felt insecure about him before. Wait a minute. Is this about that fortune cookie that said your love would be threatened by someone close?
Did he tell you about that?
Yes.
Well, I know it's silly, but it shook me up.
It is silly. Gwen, you and Ethan belong together. He wouldn't have asked you to marry him if he didn't mean it.
Well, I hope you're right. Maybe I should act especially loving and sexy tonight, and maybe he'll propose again.
You can make it happen. He's not a fool. He knows a good thing when he has it.
Oh, thank you, Sheridan. You're the very best friend in the whole world. I'm just so sorry things didn't work out for you and Jean-Luc.
It could have been wonderful. I don't know. I suppose he thought he could have me and keep his mistress on the side.
Why would he want anyone else when he has you? Very special, Sheridan. He was an idiot.
Well, I was an even bigger idiot for believing everything he said. Oh, forget about Jean-Luc. You just get Ethan back on track.
Are you going to be all right here? I hate the thought of you spending the night in jail.
I'll be fine. You just go get your guy and love him to death. You have nothing to fear from any other woman.
Oh.
Gwen?
Ethan, what are you doing out here with that flashlight?
That girl was here, the stalker.
She was here?
I had her, Gwen. I had her. I brought her in the house, but when I was calling the police, she ran out. The gates were closed. I was looking for her, but I think she got away.
Oh, my poor darling. Listen, I've been thinking, you need some time off. Go away somewhere and relax. We can go together. Maybe my family's place in St. Bart's.
Gwen, I can't do that. I've only been at the firm a few months. Father won't let me take off.
Oh, I'm sure he'd understand. I'll talk to him. Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Look, Gwen, I understand why you're doing this, and I appreciate it. But I'm not going to let some troubled young girl drive me out of my own house. And I'm not going to leave town with my aunt's in jail. Now, is Sheridan.
Oh, she's mad as hell, but she'll survive the night.
Mad as hell with Jean-Luc or with Lopez Fitzgerald?
Both, I think. She was wounded by Jean-Luc's betrayal, and she's definitely soured on love. But she's strong. She'll bounce back. She'll find the right man. Someone who loves her the way you love me.
I do love you, Gwen.
Well, if I can't tempt you to leave town, can I at least tempt you to go back to the house? More specifically, up to your room where it's warm and dry and there are candles and champagne.
I don't know. Will my stalker be there?
I'll help you forget about the stalker. I will even remind you how much I love you.